Now that you've completed your first block of study on the role of the teacher-trainer, it's time for you to begin on the first PTLLS theory assessment. This is Assessment Task A, and it incorporates the City and Guilds tasks 1, 2, 3 and 6. Before we start, just a word about presenting your assignment. Your assignment must be word processed. Please use 1.5 or double line spacing to allow the team space to comment upon your work. You should also ensure that your work has been proofread and corrected to make sure it's free of any obvious errors and that the meaning of your writing is clear. At the top of your work you should include your name, the assignment number, and you should close your work by letting us know how many words you've used on it. Now let's go through exactly what you need to do for PTLLS Theory Task A. Task A relates to the first block of study on the role of the teacher or trainer. What you need to do for Task A is to provide a brief case study for the role of a teacher in the lifelong learning sector. For this, you should feel free to use examples from your own practice currently or for the type of delivery that you'd like to do in the future. Your answer also needs to include some clear evidence of relevant reading. You'll find some relevant reading on Moodle, or you can also use sources such as websites. When you're evidencing your reading, you must make sure that you have Harvard referenced it. Please make sure you read thoroughly the PowerPoint which is on Moodle, which will explain how to add Harvard referencing to your work. If you wish, you may present some of your information in the form of tables, charts or diagrams if that will make it clearer for the reader. What you must make sure that you do is that you've got clear explanations and descriptions to address all of the following assessment criteria. The first part of Task A asks you to explain your own roles and responsibilities in lifelong learning, and in this part of your answer you must make sure that you're addressing your role for promoting equality, valuing diversity and identifying and meeting the needs of your learners. One useful way of approaching this answer might be to look at the teaching training cycle itself and describe your roles and responsibilities at each stage. You'll remember that on Moodle there was a PowerPoint for the teaching cycle. What you might do in your answer is to address each step in turn, identifying learner needs, planning and designing your sessions, delivering your sessions, assessing whether learning has taken place, and evaluating your sessions. The second part of Task A asks you to summarise key aspects of legislation, regulatory requirements and codes of practice that are related to your own roles and responsibilities. Here you should look at national legislation such as the Equality Act, the Health and Safety Act and the Data Protection Act, but you should also make sure that you're looking at codes of practice to do with your own institution or the organisations that you're going to be delivering learning for. What you need to do is to provide a summary of how this legislation is going to affect your practice in the classroom and as you plan, deliver and assess learning. The third part of Task A asks you to explain the boundaries between your role and other professional roles of other people and organisations in the lifelong learning sector. Here you should include a summary of who you might refer your learners to if you're not able to meet their specialist needs yourself. This can be individuals in your own organisation or the organisation you work for, or can be other agencies or professionals that you might need to work with. Finally, in your answer, you must make sure that you explain your own responsibilities for maintaining a safe and supportive learning environment. And in this part of your answer, make sure you're including ways to promote appropriate behaviour and mutual respect for yourself and for your learners. Your answer should be in essay form. As I've already said, you may include tables, charts or diagrams if you wish. There is no set word count for Task A, but we're suggesting that you might like to write between about 1,000 and 1,500 words on this task. At the end of the task, you should conclude with a paragraph which provides a short reflective entry about what you've learnt in this Petals unit and how it will affect your practice currently or might affect your future practice. Those are the requirements for Theory Task A, and we expect you should take about 1 week to complete this assignment. You'll be submitting this assignment electronically. If you look at the Moodle site for assignment Task A, then this will give you full details about how you should go about submitting your assignment. Please make sure that you're looking at the news forum and the course calendar for exact dates for the final submission date for this piece of work. If you have any questions at all about the assignment or what you need to do on it, please don't hesitate to contact me on my usual email address. Good luck with your first theory task.